The 378-kilometer passage of the Black Sea between the Romanian and the Turkish borders is the Bulgarian seaside. Tourists traditionally explored this route from north to south, taking in the 40-kilometer wide coast full of natural beauties. The northern point of the Bulgarian Riviera is Kaliakra Cape, around which there is a nature reserve where about 300 species of birds live. Here the soil consists of marl, yellow sandstone, and white limestone. Huge landslides gave the landscape here its characteristic shape. The small town of Balchik was built in such an area on the north part of Varna Bay. Balchik is one of the oldest settlements by the seaside. A unique oriental atmosphere is given to the town by the slim minaret standing in the main square and the muezzins singing from there. It was founded by Greek settlers in the 6th century and named Krunoi, which means source. The town soon became famous for its grapes and wine. This gave its new name, Dionysopolis, referring to the convivial god who was fond of wine. The town flourished for centuries. Wine merchantmen had appointments with each other near the walls of the town. Dionysopolis even minted its own money. The name Balchik was first mentioned in the 16th century. There are people who think it refers to the beekeepers who lived here, but more people think it was the name of a local Comanian nobleman. The town is a romantic, peaceful place. It's a good starting point to look at Kaliakra Cape and its surroundings. Building fever reached this area after the turn of the century, but fortunately, multi-story hotels that would have changed the original atmosphere haven't been built, just private guest houses and villas. In the main square, we can find the Folklore Museum and the Museum of Town History. The crooked streets lead to the hill above the harbor. Here, every balcony and terrace overlooks the sea. To a romantic town belongs romantic legends. Queen Victoria's granddaughter, Maria, was a Romanian queen. In 1931, she had her summer palace built near Balchik, which belonged to Romania at that time. According to the story, the queen's most beloved daughter got stuck in the stormy sea. It seemed there was no hope when Hassan, the Turkish gardener of the queen, rescued Ileana. Some people think that the brave boy became the widowed queen's lover. Others think he became the queen's daughter's lover, or at least was promoted to guard. Leaving Tuzlata, which is famous for its medicinal bath, we reach Albania, which during the socialist era was the Bulgarian capital of sports and a popular resort. While hotels like Sunny Beach or Golden Sand became the targets of modern Western investors, Albania preserves its hotels built in the 1960s, which were thought to be modern at that time. The town is filled with the charm of socialist realism, which may make it attractive in these times of retro fashion. Crowds of people travel to China to see what can't be seen anywhere else, that is, to see the decadent stronghold of socialism. Bulgaria can also give such a feeling, if not everywhere in the country. Seeing the quick improvement of Varna or Obzor and Pomorje, there's no doubt that in a decade, uniform hotels of well-known hotel chains will cover the coasts of Albania. But today, only such strange concrete buildings can be found here as we could find 30 or 40 years ago from Sochi to Šišafok. Parks with trees native to the area, wide pedestrian zones, and colorful flower beds beautify the surroundings. Along the promenades, there are restaurants, shops, and pavilions. There's no lack of sports and entertainment facilities today either, just more people wanting to partake. In the last 15 years, fewer tourists from Eastern and Central Europe, but more tourists from Western and Northern Europe have frequented the Bulgarian beach. Albania got a facelift in 1969 when it received all the facilities that a well-equipped beach should have. Already back then, boat or yacht trips were popular, as well as water skiing. But the development of technology created new water sports equipment and facilities, making surfing, kiting, and jet skiing possible. Today, it's not only possible to rent such equipment, but there are also courses for beginners. We can see the sights from a parachute towed by a motorboat, but they're not only water sports. Konabaza Riding Club is the biggest riding hall in the area, but vacationers can also play tennis, squash, and volleyball, as well as trying their hand at archery or mini-golf. Those who like spending their holiday less actively can also do a lot of things besides just lying on the beach. In bigger hotels, they can choose from thalassotherapy, fizzy medicinal baths, aromatherapy, Turkish bath and massage, and of course, there are swimming pools with fresh water and slides. From 1946 to 1989, Sveti Konstantin I Elena was called Druzhba, which means friendship. Those who were on holiday here during that time wouldn't recognize the small settlement today. The coast passage lying 9 kilometers from Varna is quieter and more peaceful than the big resorts. It's more similar to Albania than Golden Sand or Sunny Beach. The intimate camping side of the city is a favorite of backpackers, and pensioners visit the hotels for their medicinal baths, sauna, massage, and healthcare services. The symbol of the resort is the old-style sailing ship, which was built on the terrace of one of the hotels and is used as a restaurant. From its deck or the surfaces under it, we can see a long sandy beach with colorful beach umbrellas. Sunbathers abound and move about like ants on an anthill. The scent of suntan lotion mingles with the scent of the salty marine air and the resinous scent of pine trees and evergreens, which can be found everywhere. We can hear wisps of music, waves, distant laughter, and cheerful shrieks, which create a quintessential beach atmosphere. The Bulgarian seaside functions as a natural wave bath due to its location. Swimmers don't have much time to puzzle over whether to go to the sea, as they're immediately covered by a wave. The water is very shallow along a narrow passage, so the waves are not dangerous, and lifeguards are on duty from 8 till 6. Hotels, shops, and restaurants are located in parks with flowers. Among them, we can find the small 13th century church, Sveti Konstantin I Elena, after which the town was named. On the smoky-beamed walls of the church, stern-faced icons in the candlelight remind us of the past. The former monastery is today Sedemte Odai restaurant, which was named after its 7 rooms. After spending the day on the beach, it's worth getting acquainted with the flavors of the Bulgarian cuisine. For a quick snack while sunbathing, it's worth it to try the pastry pockets called burek, available with several kinds of stuffing, and the refreshing kiselo mleko, a soured milk product which is a national food here. Of course, we can find the usual fast food restaurants along the lines of shops.